Hello, hello! Today we're going to be talking about off-balance in the Elder Scrolls Online and why it's so important to utilize effectively. Off-balance is a disabling effect that can be caused by various different acts or skills. Common ones that can proc off-balance is causing the target to become concussed from shock damage, using the off-balance affix script, or blocking a melee heavy attack. There's also a variety of skills that can trigger off-balance. Off-balance lasts for 7 seconds and is followed by a 14-second off-balance immunity period per target. There are a few features in this game that can tell you if your target is off-balance, such as the swirlies above a target's head, and the off-balance debuff icon, and the off-balance cooldown icon. Unfortunately, for people without the add-on, the off-balance cooldown icon can only be seen if you show all debuffs on the targets from all players. This makes the icon really difficult to track in group content. So, what exactly does off-balance do? Heavy attacks against an off-balance target will restore more resources, deal 70% more damage, and attempt to stun the target. So, why is off-balance so important in groups that aren't stacking heavy attack characters? Well, this comes down to the use of the Exploiter CP from the Blue Warfare tree. This CP increases your damage done to off-balanced enemies by 10%. This is a significant damage increase, but only if utilised correctly. So what does that mean? It means that during off-balance periods, it's really important to be prioritising burst damage over following a set rotation or just following skill timers. Ideally, you want to line up all of your skills to have everything important up prior to the off-balance proc, so that you can spend the off-balance period just casting spammables or casting your highest damage skills. As you can see on the left over here, the damage done during an off-balance period is significantly reduced following skill timers, versus on the right, where the damage done during the off-balance period is spent doing burst damage. This is why it's so important to be aware of when off-balance procs are happening, so that you can push out the most damage in that period as possible and really utilise that Exploiter CP. I see many players using the Exploiter CP but not utilising it correctly with the off-balance period. This is something that takes practice, and following the few telltale signs, such as the swirlies above the head, can help players utilise off-balance periods properly. In groups without add-ons, having a player who procs off-balance communicate the proc can also help make others aware that it is in that burst period. Unfortunately for the players without the add-ons, the cooldown timer is lost in the debuffs from everybody, as I mentioned earlier, making it really hard to see, which is one of the reasons why the callouts for off-balance can be so important in those groups. If this feels like it's too much, or your group is just more casual, I would recommend slotting Untamed Aggression, also from the Warfare tree, in place of Exploiter. This CP doesn't require any mini-games to further increase your damage, and it allows players to focus more on learning mechanics over trying to optimize their rotations whilst also learning mechanics. Of course, Exploiter will still give you the higher damage numbers, but again, only if utilized correctly, and it's something that you can kind of work towards. I hope you all found this video helpful and informative, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to either shoot me a DM or pop them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We'll see you all again later. Bye!